So back to planning for accommodations. Accommodations I think of as that part, when you plan for them, as really part of universal design. In that facility may not be totally accessible as you currently design it. And so how are people going to know how to ask for an accommodation, and how are the staff going to know what to do when that happens? Develop a system to address the accommodation request by individuals for whom the space design does not automatically provide access. And in publications, tell individuals how to request accommodations, or on a sign in a facility, or whatever. But think about people using the facility. How would they let someone know if they need a sign language interpreter, for instance? Which is a good example of an accommodation in that it isn't reasonable in this day and age to hire a sign language interpreter for every presentation we give as an aspect of universal design. So we use it as an accommodation in most cases. I used to run the UW Computer Fair in Seattle, and we had a lot of presentations, and we put a notice in our brochure: if you need an accommodation, contact, whatever. And usually, often the accommodations were for sign language interpreters. But we always had a big keynote address in a very large auditorium, and I always provided a sign language interpreter for that presentation, regardless of who received any requests for accommodations, for a sign language interpreter in this case. But the smaller presentations, someone would have to ask for them. So there's always this balancing act between what is part of universal design and what should be provided as an accommodation.